Hi, it's Steffi, and I just wanted to have a quick chat with you. I wanted to wish you all a very happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're going to have some corned beef and cabbage and potatoes. I've got my corned beef and potatoes in the crock pot, and I've got to add the cabbage in, I think, about 45 minutes. Wanted to get you updated on the studio. I'll show you in a minute what's going on, but just things kept getting in the way. We plan on getting stuff done, and then this week we were going to get it done, and then David had to work all 3 days to cover for the other supervisor who is on vacation, so it's not happening this week, but he's on vacation next week, and then that'll be that guy's turn to cover for him. So next week we are going to finish. I have to be very patient with my husband. He's had three surgeries in 3 years. Back surgery 2019, 2020, and 2021. His meniscus was torn in 2 places, and he had to have another surgery. So he gets worn out very easily. He's 61, going to be 61 this year, and he's really feeling the effects from 3 years of surgery. So he's trying to get his stamina up, but he gets worn out pretty easily. On his work days, he gets up at 4:15, and he leaves about 5:15 to get there by 6, to work an hour before his shift, getting his shift together. And then he doesn't get off. He's supposed to get off at 7, but sometimes it's 8. And he's home anywhere from 8 to 8:30, 9 at night, usually 8 or 8:30. And then he has to be in bed by 10 at the latest because he gets up at 4:15. He only wants 6 hours sleep. If he goes to bed on his night off, when he doesn't work tomorrow, he sleeps 5 to 6 hours and he's up for the day. He's not an 8-hour guy. I guess, Martha Stewart sleeps 4 hours a night? Some people need less sleep. I usually get about 6 or 7. I'm not an 8-hour usually either. I usually go to bed about 1 and get up about 8. Sometimes even earlier, or go to bed later and still get up at 8. I'm trying to work on that. I want to dial it back a little bit, get to bed an hour or two earlier and get up an hour or two earlier, because he gets up so much earlier than me on his days off. By the time I get up, he's already had 2 hours of his day, and he only has so many hours that he's got energy, and then he's done. But anyway, boy, there's some crows out there making a racket. I don't know if you can hear them. But we got the cupboard in. We just have to, it's all screwed in, ready to go. We just have to clean the hardware, and we're going to paint it the same gold as the desk, and then put the doors on. And I might do a little dry brushing of gold, just a hint of gold here and there with the grain, just a hint. Like spray my spray paint on a paper plate and just take a dry brush and just do a little bit flat brushed dry brushing, just to give it a little hint of the color, but not hide this beautiful grain. We have a brand new piece of butcher block left over from an old reno years ago, and we're going to sand that and put a little dark stain that we bought when I thought I was going to stain the cupboard, but I think I'm going to leave it light because the room will be lighter if I do. But the butcher block needs something, so I'm going to put a little bit of, sand it good and put a little bit of a dark stain we bought. I think it's a dark walnut or something. And I'll show you where everything's going. And so next week, I do have to go to the doctor on Monday for my hip because I've had a lot of pain in my hip. And the rest of the week, I don't think we have anything going on. We're just going to work on this room and get it knocked out. And I'll show you what all we're going to do. Before I show you all that, y'all remember Emily. She was on several of my videos through the years, and she's going to be 22 this year. She's working a job. She doesn't work full-time, 25 or 30 hours a week, but she works 6 days a week, and then her only day off is Sunday, and she's at church with her best friend and her family. So I really don't see Emily anymore, but her mama is our oldest daughter, Tracy, and I asked Tracy if she'd be interested in working for me because I have so much to list, and David's got so much on his plate this year. He's not going to be able to help me with the business very much, other than occasionally sitting down and cleaning up and putting batteries in watches and giving them to me. That's about it. And I've got so many watches right now, he doesn't need to do that for a bit. And she said yes, she would love to work for me. And then after talking with her, we decided that once she's trained and knows how to do everything seamlessly, we're going to work at blending ourselves into a combined partnership. And that this is something we can do together, that she's not going to be able to buy into the business per se. Like I couldn't add up in my inventory and have her buy half. So until we use up my inventory, when we sell something, once we make it a business, when we sell something, I'll just get back the amount we paid for the object before we split the profits. But that won't be for probably a while yet. She wants to come in, learn the business, get good at it, get fast, and create, and be able to really be a partner to me. And then we'll talk to our CPA sometime later this year. Her husband has his own business, and we share a CPA. We'll go talk to him and figure out how best to do this. I think they have an LLC, and we'll do something like that, but we'll figure it out. David's on board with it, because as he retires in a few years, we're going to want to travel a little bit, and that will be wonderful to have her be able to run the place, run the business when we're not home, and we can be outsourcing new materials because we want to travel. We'd like to go back east. There's a lot better antiques back east. We'd love to go back there, see what we can find, and just have some fun. So we're very excited about this. You'll love Tracy. She's such a beautiful girl. She's just so creative and so fun, and I want her to do some videos with me as well. She loves to make wreaths, and she wants to learn to do so many things, so she's going to be doing some videos with me, and I know you're going to love her. I think we might even do some videos on, she likes to do a lot with essential oils and different things like that. So we maybe, you know, we either will keep it here or we'll start that other channel and do some of it over there. We'll kind of play it by ear. I think we might start another channel and do some of that stuff, as well as some stuff around this house we might do on that channel as well. So I'm not sure yet. There's still a lot to come, but I am still doing another channel. But this channel will stay the jewelry, the crafting, and occasional vlog like this. And then the other channel will be hooked to this channel, so you'll be able to find it. It'll be on my link tree, and it'll also be linked. I think I have a place to link it underneath this video. I can't remember, or on the main page. I don't know. I've got to find out. But it'll definitely be on my link tree when we do that. But and I'll let you know. I'll have an announcement with her, and we'll talk about it probably more than once. But this channel's not going anywhere. We'll keep posting here as well. But anyway, so that's what's going to happen this year. We've got to redo our kitchen. We've got to go through all of our outbuildings. We have 3 of them, and go through everything we own. We want to purge at least half of it, and I will film a lot of that so you guys can watch us going through some of this stuff, because you might find it's kind of like going to a yard sale. You'll be able to go through the boxes with me and see some of the stuff, and that I can film for a few hours and make that several videos. Of course, I'll have to edit it down a little bit. But that'll be a lot of fun, and we will take you along for that journey. If I do anything on the kitchen and stuff, that'll go on to the other channel, because that'll be more of a, I don't want to say homestead, but more that kind of stuff. Cooking, cleaning tips, working on the property. Other than the going through the stuff will be on this channel. So there's going to be a lot of fun stuff we do on that channel. Maybe baking, working with the essential oils. But the crafting and stuff will stay here. So that's a big next couple years ago. This year and next year are going to be really fun as we get all this stuff going. But let me turn the camera around. I'll show you where we're at. I did this video twice already, so I finally took notes so I'd know what I talked about and what I didn't. We have a light fixture. I could not get to work the other 2 videos. Finally got it to work. It was, I'm sure, user error, not anything with the light. But it's an LED light. I'm going to turn everything around and show you what we're doing. Okay. So here's the cupboard we salvaged from the other house when we had a very bad leak. And we had to have that kitchen completely gutted. And that's the house Tracy lives in. And she's got a dream kitchen now. I tease her that she got my dream kitchen. But we're going to make my dream kitchen. Those are the doors. The hinges are off. David's going to use steel wool on them. And, oh, my camera just rolled down on its own. And then we're going to paint them with the same gold paint on my desk, which is called Gold Leaf, I believe. And then you'll just barely see them. And then the doors will go back up. Down there will be where I keep my packing paper, which is just that off-white paper everybody uses to pack. And up there will be small jewelry boxes, you know, like the cardboard little boxes to put jewelry in when I ship it. Well, I'll go up there because I get them at yard sales and stuff for really cheap. And then this beautiful piece of There's a little bug on there. This beautiful piece of butcher block has never been used. It was stored from the first time we remodeled Tracy's house. Was a soft remodel. And then we took all that butcher block off, which we still have it all. But this piece was untouched. So we need to sand it, and we're going to put a beautiful dark stain on it, which sounds counterproductive to listing, but this will be for packing. And when we list, I'm going to put white cardboard down. And this is all going to get touched up, and then it'll have the white background. But I also have a box down here that's for photographing, which I've never had a place to use, and it's actually a photo box in this black case. So that can go up here as well. So, but this light up here, I'm going to kind of give you a hint of this light. See, it's really bright. Is LED, and this is what it is. And you run it off you can run it off the light switch, which I have. David put a light switch and plug, and then a plug down here, which we ran around this. Surge protector, which has a place to plug in my phone if I need to. It's got all kinds of neat stuff on it, and he mounted it up against this chalkboard I have up there. This was our granddaughter's room when our younger daughter and her family lived here after our son-in-law was in a very bad accident. He's fine now, and they're back on their own, but they lived here for a while, and we put a chalkboard in here for the girls. And I can't get rid of it. So David, we bought this beautiful trim, and I painted it gold, and I put it top and bottom, because the room's pink, but I wanted this to be white for a photo studio. So, anyway, so that's where we're at on this. And then the way things are going to go are, this drafting table will come out, and this is an actual drafting table. It's backwards right now. It tilts up from the back. This is actually the back that tilts up, but there's a drawer missing on the front that David's got to glue and put back in. There's my new clock. I don't know if you can see it. This room is so weird. Okay, there you go. Maybe, kind of. I got all this light on. It's so weird, and I've got it in front of the window. But it's glittery silver. It's not gold, but it's silver. It's really pretty. That'll go above the bulletin board, which is currently above my desk. And that will get moved. And see, this basket will just go on the other side of the window there. The bulletin board will go here. The new clock will go above it. And then the beautiful hook with the tassels on it that everybody loves. I'll show you a close-up of that. This knob, I bought it for $2 at I think a thrift store. It was an ugly blue. And it is, see, there was the blue. And it was just an ugly plaster, or that plastic stuff. And I painted it gold, same gold as my desk. I just hung a couple pieces of jewelry on it. I love it. This picture was from Hobby Lobby. $5. And I'm going to put those, trying to move slow, on that side wall there with whatever else I want to put up there. That'll just be decorative, fun stuff. So it'll be really pretty. This desk will move to exactly pretty much where this is. And then maybe a little bit more over, because I got to see if I can fit those next to it. The big shelf will go where the desk is, and that will be this shelf here, which is the size of that shelf, which is 2 foot deep and 4 foot wide. And I need to have a shelf as big as the shelf the stuff's on, so as I list it and go over here. And I need to get a bunch of these type of bins that are on the bottom shelf, and everything needs to be binned as I list it. So there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Oh, did I ever show you guys this? I think I might have. This is fun. Oh, there went a light, an ornament. Some of you will be old enough to remember these torture devices. Whoever thought this was a great idea. Oh my gosh, I remember being a kid. I'm 61, going on 62. These did not work as planned. You'd freeze the ice in here, and you'd have to run it underwater before you could pull this open, and then the ice just cracked into pieces. They were torture devices. I got it for $3. I had to get it. I thought it was so fun. I get this ornament I dropped. So I have a lot of great stuff in here. I've got to go through. Right now I've got all this stuff on the floor. A lot of it's garbage that needs to go out. I was thinking of putting this on the backsplash behind the table. behind the table there, the cabinet, but I decided no, I wanted to keep it. I just knocked something down, but I don't know what I knocked. Oh, just measuring cups that I had up here. I decided no, I wanted to keep it white. So it's just going to be painted bright white, and that's it. Bright white. So I have a nice background, and then I've got lots of poster board, bright white poster board that I can keep down here, and when I'll keep it next to it. And then when I want to photograph, I just shove the poster board up. David's got to fix this. He's going to cut it even so it fits in that corner. And then when I want to take pictures, I can just push the poster board up against the bright white wall, and everything will be really easy to photograph. So that's the goal. And I'll have these nice deep drawers. Well, not that deep, but that my labels. I've got the shipping priority tape and my fragile labels and my priority mail labels that you put on the box, all that stuff. Although when I sell, they usually are printed out of off of the different selling platforms, but when I mail a personal package, I use them. And so the only thing that won't fit in my drawers is my big packing tape dispenser. I think this will even fit in the drawer. My scale will fit. So that's what's going on, and we're just hoping to get this all done. I'm very excited to get this finished. Oh, I had a few questions about these ballet slippers, and no, they were not mine. I wish I could say they were. I always wanted to take ballet, but as a small child, my parents took me in to take ballet. I was so excited, and in the very first class, the teacher told us, everybody's going to perform in front of all the parents when we're done. That was all she wrote. I was such a shy kid. I was terrified. Now, if she'd waited for that information till I'd gotten to participate a few times and got to love it, I probably would have done it. But I was so terrified, I just told my mom and dad, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm not doing that. Poor things. They probably didn't get their money back. I never got to ask them if they ever got their money back. But I was little, 5 or 6. And the thought of performing, I wish I'd kept with it though, because ballet is something that's always fascinated me. So when I saw these for $10 at the antique store, I just had to have them. They're just so cool. And so that's that. So this will all be sequins on the bottom. And then there'll be a shelf for eBay, Etsy, and Mercari. Right now it's not set up like that. And then the top, I'm not really sure what's going up there yet. Maybe that copper, because I've got that listed, or will have that listed. And my cookie cutters can go up there too, because I've got a bunch of cookie cutters. I've got my spring cookie cutters and some other ones that can be up there. So that's probably what all this will be. And then everything else that get listed will get put on that shelf that we put over here. So that's the update. We're at almost 20 minutes. Let me sit down for another second with you. Uh-oh, something's on my screen. What is that? Okay. So that's where we're at. Oh, hold on. See, it's always a problem when I pick up the camera. So that's what's going on. I just wanted to sit down and say Happy Patrick's Day, catch you up, because I told you weeks ago it'd be done. And it should be. It should be done by the end of next week. Actually, by the first few days of next week. It's got to be done. So a lot of the hard stuff's done. Getting all the lighting up and the plugs in, all that done. That's done. That was the biggest thing. And that wore him out. So we got that done. The light is cool. You control it from your phone. So it makes it really fun. So like I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Can you see the change in the color? Probably not. But it goes from bright, you can take it down to that warm kind of yellow light. I don't know if you can see that. See the difference? I don't want to show it to you. Anyway, and you can run it from your phone. So if you're not home, we're going to put one in the kitchen, a big one. But it's like 3 or 4 of those, or 2 or 3 of those, big long one. And that way if you're not home, you're like, oh, it's going to be dark when we get home. You can flick it on from your phone so you don't walk into a dark house. It's wonderful. You can even put them on a timer. If you know you're going to be back after dark, you can put it on a timer and have it come on. So I want to put one in the kitchen and one like this one over the table in the family room, because eventually there'll be a breakfast bar where the table is now. So that'll just work there. Lighting is so important in a kitchen. We're going to put one of these, like I said, in the kitchen, a bigger one, and that's going to make my kitchen so bright. And then putting one of these square ones up, or maybe a long one, over my work table in the studio as well, because this will really brighten it. It's already in front of a window, but then this will give it the extra brightness it needs. So those things will get done. We're going to wait on the studio. I'm just going to keep working on it, working in it the way it is. But I've got the neatest contraption. It hooks to the side of my filing cabinet. Well, I can show you if you want to see it. I'm going to walk you through the mess. Show you my studio. It's a big fat mess. Many of you can probably relate to it. This is my work table right now. Everything I've done lately and stuff I got to put away. And then this is where I'm working. That's what I did today. But this is the thing I wanted to show you. It's really cool. My son and his wife, our oldest son and his wife, gave me this when I started my YouTube channel. They bought me my regular camera, which is this little guy here, which I started filming my first few videos with. But it kept shutting off after a few minutes. So I bought the camera I'm using today, which is a Canon Viviar or something like that. But he bought me this. Let me turn on the light. It's getting cloudy out. I think we're getting rain. Whoops. But this thing is supposed to stick to a car. So you can actually stick this to a car. It's suction cups. So I hook my camera on this, and then this is the camera. It just goes upside down, and I just don't keep it on here when I'm not, because once in a while this will come off. But it's on my metal cabinet. And this is what I did when I first started, but then when I moved my studio around, I didn't have a table next to this cupboard anymore. Oh, it got dark. Look at this. Here, I got to get closer. So I took out the storage I had here, and I put the card table. It's a vintage Samsonite. It's really pretty. Vintage Samsonite card table we found on the side of the road with 3 other ones. And we've loved them and used them for years. So this will stay up here. The light will go up there. That's one of my favorite artists. I have a bunch of her work. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a bunch of her art. I've got a piece over my computer, and then I've got 4 up there. I love her art. I can't remember her name. Isn't that silly? But I don't remember her name. But anyway, so this is where I'm going to be doing videos from now on, is on this card table right in front of the window with this wonderful bracket that our son and his wife bought me almost 4 years ago. And I'm very excited. I think they bought it for my birthday that year. Because I started my channel. I'm trying to think what I used. They had to have bought it for me before I started my channel. I'm going to have to find out when he gave that to me. Because I'm pretty sure that's the camera I started with. I might have started with a camera I already had. I don't know. But I did not use a movie camera when I first started. I bought this after a while. But I've been using this camera at least 3 years now. It's been a pretty good little cheapy camera for a video camera. But my camera is getting down to 33 minutes, which means it could die any time. It's not very accurate. And we're at almost 23 minutes. But I'll be back soon. I just wanted to mainly say happy St. Patrick's Day. This is what I posted on TikTok and Instagram today. I just put a bunch of beads in a cookie cutter for fun. So I hope you're having a great day. I just wanted to say hi. And I will be back soon. And yeah, this is my mess. But it's a blessing, you know what I mean? I'm not going to complain about having so many wonderful craft supplies. That's a lot of the clothes that were in the other room. To resell. A lot of these I want to embellish for you and show you how to embellish on the channel. And that's what most of that stuff is right there. So we got a lot of fun projects planned. And right now I got a lot of green stuff to put away. This is one of the pieces I was doing the other day. So have a good one. I'll be back soon. I really appreciate you guys. Bye.